What is up, everyone? Man, I'm so incredibly blessed and proud and pumped and excited that I get to share this moment with you today. I want to officially welcome you to the Office Hours Masterclass series. I'm your host. I'm Andre Joseph, also known as Mr. Ballman to most. And I want to keep it real with you for a second before we get started. I didn't start this series because I love the sound of my own voice. I started this because I've spent years in the trenches in higher education, housing, orientation, career services, student affairs, enrollment management, you name it, I've seen it. I wrote my book, The Freshman Formula, because I really watched too many brilliant students build a skyscraper on a foundation of sand. It was really unstable. College isn't just a series of classes, right? It's literally the construction site for the rest of your life. And if your foundation is weak, your future will be unstable. So today we aren't just talking about success. I want you to know that we are going to architect this thing together. So think of our time together today as a mid-flight course correction. Okay, so picture it. You took off in August with a lot of luggage and a lot of dreams. But here's the thing about flight. If your instruments are off by just one single degree at the start, you'll end up in an entirely different country by the end of the whole flight. We are here to make sure that we check the gauges on your mindset, your habits, and your ownership. This isn't just a presentation. It is a GPS recalibration for your future. We're going to make sure that you land exactly where you intended to land. Let's have some real talk. Fall semester is literally the honeymoon phase, right? It's all about the hype. It's the new friends, the football games, and things of that nature. But spring semester? Spring is the truth phase. If fall is a 100-meter sprint, spring is in the middle of the marathon where your lungs start to burn, your legs feel like lead, you start wondering why you signed up for the race. For example, in the fall, you might have coasted on what you learned in high school, right? But now, the content is denser, the professors are done holding your hand, and those coasting habits are finally catching up to you. So spring doesn't just reveal your grades, it reveals your character, it reveals how you're built. We aren't here to hit a reset button at all. We're here to sharpen the blade for the battle that you're going to see ahead. We're reframing this entire semester as a growth checkpoint. We're here to install the freshman formula into your daily routine and identify the anchor habits that are quietly dragging your ship all the way down while you are trying to sail. So for example, if you're studying with TikTok open in the background, you're not working, okay? You're really just kidding yourself. That is an anchor. We're going to cut that chain today. And I want you to realize that asking for help isn't a white flag of surrender. It's a high-level leadership power move that most successful people in the world use every day. I've seen it 1,000 times. Literally, I kind of mentioned it earlier. Brilliant freshmen quietly quit right around mid-February. And it's not because they aren't smart enough, because they've lost their sight of their North Star. They see a C on the midterm and think that the world is ending. When you lose your clarity, you lose your momentum. Today, we are wiping the thick fog off the windshield so that you can see the road ahead with absolute laser focus and attention. Your potential is way too high to let a mist slow you down. So the freshman formula, here's the secret. Here's the secret. It's in the sauce. The mechanical heart of my book. Preparation plus mindset plus habits is going to equal success. It's a mathematical certainty. I look at the core problem that we've all faced, the all-nighter preparation, right? You waited until 10 p.m. to open the book. Mindset, you told yourself a lie that I work better under pressure. Your habit is that you traded 8 hours of sleep for 4 cans of Red Bull. And then what was the result? You failed the exam because your brain literally was too foggy not to function. You cannot build a high performance life on low performance habits. If you want a different result, you have to change the variables on the left side of that equation. So some myths that we kind of need to look at. We need to evict the mental squatters that are living rent-free in our head. I'm talking about the myth that everyone else has it figured out while I'm just drowning and struggling. That is a flat out lie. Every student you see on campus is fighting a battle. They're just better at hiding it. Struggle isn't a sign of failure. It is growing pains of a leader in the making. So stop comparing what you do behind the scenes, that raw footage, to someone else's highlight reel. You are exactly where you need to be in order for you to grow. Now let's talk about what actually drives success. Success isn't just some random lightning bolt that hits the lucky ones, right? It's a slow, steady, intentional burn. It's about consistency, it's about help seeking, and it's about adjustment. If you fail a quiz, don't go into hiding, right? Go to the tutoring center. That's a strategic adjustment. I tell every student that I mentor, progress over perfection. Stop trying to be a finished product at 18 or 19 years old. When you take 100% ownership, you stop being a passenger in your own life and you finally start grabbing the wheel with both of your hands, okay? The work only works if you do the work. I want you to stop what you're doing for 1 minute and look at your calendar. Find that 1 hour in your day where you usually just zone out or scroll, right? That's your dead time. We are going to turn that into growth time. I want you to write down one habit from last semester that was a wind in your sails and one that was like a weight on your ankle. You can't change the destination of your journey until you're honest about what's currently in your backpack. This session is just the base camp. We have so much more to climb. We have a massive roadmap for the rest of 2026. The sophomore surge, the mental wellness and leadership lab, it's all designed for you. It's all designed for you. Now listen closely. You need to follow us on all the platforms right now. This is where the community lives. And this is where every single one of these masterclass sessions will be posted. So you can rewatch them when the pressure gets high or just when you need some more development. Scan the code below, follow the pages, and let's stay plugged in. Don't be the person who misses the map because they weren't looking at the screen. Final thoughts as we close out today. Do you think that you've mastered it? The only right answer is not yet. And that is the most powerful place to be. Mastery isn't a trophy you put on the shelf. It's the daily, gritty practice of the freshman formula. I'm Andre Joseph, and I'm honored to be your guide on this climb. Transition your mindset today, and I promise you, you will transform your results tomorrow. Now let's go out there and let's master it. I'll see you at the next session.